I am one decision away from a totally different marriage, a totally different life, a totally different job, a totally different income. Your life comes down to your decisions, and if you change your decisions, you will change everything.
Where you want to be in life, and listen to me, at some point in life, you have to tell yourself, because you don't make the adjustment, you don't make the shift in life until you get to the point where you say enough is enough, and listen to me, you deserve better.
Here's what you should know about winning before you chase it. When he's not loyal to you, it doesn't care about you winning. Doesn't care how sore you are, when he doesn't care how much sleep you get, when he doesn't care how hard you work at times. Winning requires all of you and then more. And it promises you nothing. It's a mastermind of creating fear and doubt your mind. It causes setback after setback. So the question is about winning. Are you willing to sprint when the distance is unknown? And why chase this thing called winning? Because the only thing that's guaranteed in life, if you don't chase it, is losing.
It's one thing to be hungry. It's another thing when you're starving for greatness and starving for success. I know what it's like to operate every single day, regardless of the success, that I've been a lucky son of a bitch to achieve. I operate every day as if I'm starving.
Self-confidence is really someone who keeps promises of themselves, because self-confidence is really like your reputation with yourself. If you've got a great reputation with yourself, you know you can trust you. You're not so concerned about your reputation, what other people think about you.
But more importantly, I want you to be horrified, terrified of sitting on the sidelines and doing nothing. That is what I want you to be afraid of, waking up in 6 days or 6 weeks or 6 years or 60 years and being no closer to your goal. You've made no progress. That is the horror. That is the nightmare. That is what you really need to be afraid of, being stagnant. So get up and go take the risk, take the gamble, take the first step, take action, and don't let another day slip by.
No, you want to take responsibility for your life. I got me here, I can get me out of this, and I'm getting out. I'm not going to be a volunteer victim.
We all live in this bubble. What you got to do to get the life that God wants you to have, you got to put more air in your bubble.
You got to blow your bubble up, expand yourself, take yourself out your comfort zone. Do not live in your bubble. Put some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort. Zone success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
And what that shows is that if you turn around and you confront the suffering voluntarily, you find out that you are way tougher than you think. It's not that life is better than you think. Life is as harsh as you think it might even be. Worse, but you are way tougher than you think. If you turn around and confront it.
Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. The hard choice is what we most fear doing, asking, saying. These are very often exactly what we most need to do.
You see people who do big things and you automatically say, that guy's so lucky, she's so lucky. You don't know that you're assuming they're going to work every day for 20 years and grinding your ass off and then becoming a multimillionaire. That's not luck, that's action and reaction. Quit using the word luck. Quit believing in luck and start believing in work. Start believing in results that come from your actions.
Stop telling your visions to other people because they're not going to see it. Why you think you keep imagining opening a business, why you keep imagining graduating, getting a better job, why do you keep imagining buying a house, why do you keep imagining getting rich one day? Why do you keep imagining that? Because God is talking to you. He's showing you something that He has for you. It's okay to be unbalanced for a while. It's okay, don't be all this. Some people say, you got to be balanced to be the best in the world. And what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great. And it takes getting obsessed where people think you're crazy. Let's go, let's go. You got money, but you got that dog, yeah? You got money, you got private. You got that dog.
you have to lose your fear of failure. Failure is part of the process. People who never fail, never try. You have to fail. You got to get it wrong to get it right.
When God gives you a dream, and I believe that we all have a dream, that God has given each one of us something that's beyond us, and hope and aspiration that makes us look beyond. Sometimes the dream is so big it scares us, but it should inspire us to believe that we can only do it with God's help. The dream is your dream. Sometimes we make a mistake of wanting to share our dreams with everybody. Dreams can get you in trouble. You have dream busters. There's people who don't have a dream, and they will try and help bring down your dream. God gave your dream to you, and everything that God gives you, God intends for you to achieve and accomplish. Don't have time to regret. We move on because we are acceptable for what we are, not who we think we should be. I'm accepted in myself by what I am, but not as I think I should be, because that's a lie. I'm a sinner. I'm an old sinner. I've done some bad things. I've done some good things. So, you just forgive yourself and move on.
These people that you're comparing yourself to, you don't really know. You see they're shiny outside, but you don't see the reality of their life. People have hard lives. And the ideal that you're observing that makes you jealous and resentful is in large part an illusion that's created by your own mind. Don't give up. Don't let the world get you down. When it does get you down, get up and write what you want out of your life, and don't stop. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no vacation. You get up every fucking day, you look in the mirror, you tell that mirror, I'm a bad motherfucker. And one way or another, I'm gonna make it could happen today. And guess what? If you keep writing it down after a while, the power will pay you, and believe it.
If you don't have what you want, stop telling yourself the story because you don't have the money over time. That's bullshit. It's because you haven't committed yourself where you would burn your boats. If you want to, take the fucking island, burn your fucking boats, and you will take the island. Because people, when they're gonna either die or succeed, tend to succeed. Here's the truth. This is the reality. Nobody's gonna believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's gonna come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. Just stand. You keep standing. You keep, no matter how rough the seat, you keep standing. And I'm not talking about just water. You keep standing no matter what. You don't give up.
Don't allow the difficult and challenging times to demoralize you. He said in life you will always be faced with a series of God-ordained opportunities brilliantly disguised as problems and challenges. And I'm saying in your hands, you have ideas, you have been given something to bring to the universe that was not here before you showed up. Do a little bit more work and a little bit more work. The results are gonna come. More people are gonna believe. Nobody fucking believes in you because you haven't done anything yet. That's the reality. Today is the day that you let go of that hurt and release that pain forever. Your tears have served the ground for far too long. It's time for you to practice that smile daily. It's time for that smile to no longer be a stranger, and it's time for you to let go of the things that are stripping your heart of His happiness. You can't heal by going back to the hurt. You can't receive your future by holding on to your past. So stop pressing replay on the things that need to be deleted from your life.
He had this beautiful quote, and it read rest at the end, not in the middle. And I took that to heart. I believe there's time for resting at the end. That time is not now to have a dream sacrifice for it and never ever rest in the middle.
When people can't get up in the morning, I'm going to tell you why. Because they can predict the feeling of everything that's going to happen in their life, and their bodies resign to the familiar. This is another mundane day. But remember when you were a kid and you were going on a field trip, what happened then? You were up and dressed and ready to go before your parents were up because you knew something unexpected was going to happen. That's how we should live our lives. Waking up with the understanding to expect the unexpected, and something unusual should happen in our life as a result of our efforts. It doesn't matter what is your level of intelligence, what is your level of capability, introvert, extrovert, this, that doesn't matter. Do you have the courage and commitment to make the possibility into your reality? Life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you show you, reap what you give. You get what you see in others exist in you. Do not judge, so you will not be judged. Radiate and give love, and love comes back to you.
I will try 100 times to get up. And if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up. And it's not the end until you've given up. You have to start living your life in expectation. You have got to start expecting great things to happen for you in order for it to happen if you live your life in expectations. That's what happens to you if you live your life in despair. That's what happens to you. Disengage your sense of self, your sense of self-worth from achievement. Once you are wholly focused on sincere pursuit, everything changes. I'll never be rich. You won't. The moment you change the frequency that your tower emits, different things come back to you. If you change your attitude, you change your altitude. Most of us go through life pretending that we're satisfied where we are, pretending that everything is okay, pretending that we don't have any special goals or ambitions or desires, when really deep down inside, we do really want more, because you have to judge a tree by the fruit. It bears not the fruit that it talks about. See, a lot of people pretend that they want more out of life, but all you have to do is watch their actions. So you really have to work hard for a set of skills that matter to you. A fool never learns, a smart man learns from his mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So you've got to completely divorce yourself from this notion of outcome and become completely obsessed with the idea of sincere pursuit